I see one at the top that says, how do you get big titty goth girlfriend? You ask me your most burning questions pertaining to all things love and romance. And being a pretty awkward and some might say cringe vtuber, I gave you the best advice I could. If I managed to get myself into a relationship, I think you probably can too. But you know what I bet would really help your chances? Subscribing! Nothing sets the mood like a glass of wine by candlelight and putting on one of my videos. And this one has some interaction, so I think I'm gonna have to answer it. The answer is you have to become what the big titty goth girlfriend wants. Big titty goth girlfriends like a nerdy, kind, and funny gamer. They have the danger energy. You need to be the safe and kind energy. They need someone to balance their energy. And also you have to have an appreciation for the occult and the darkness in their heart. Now, where would one find a big titty goth girlfriend in the wild? I mean, you can find them online, obviously, that's the easiest place to find them. But if you want to find them in nature, that's a little harder. College campuses, if you're in college, film courses, art courses, they love art. They like a lot of video games. They like horror video games. That's where they are. Any kissing advice? Put your mouth on them somewhere.
Yeah.
And go, mwah. Just watch movies and copy that, honestly. That's my kissing advice. Literally
Kissing
just watch a movie and be like, I'll do that.
Mouth the alphabet?
Mouth the alphabet? No, don't do, ew. Don't do that. Just copy the movies. Just a quick question. What's a good way to ask someone out? Ross, you want to handle this one?
Yeah, this is kind of just how it's always gone for me. If we don't include like dating sites and all that, where it's like, you kind of know why people are there. So it's like the path that asking someone out on a date is a little easier. But you know, for instance, let's say you meet someone, you get along with them, you just treat them like you would any one of your other friends. Just be really nice and then just treat them with respect. And eventually you'll just hit that point where you just be like, hey, I want to tell you something. I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel this way. And if you feel that you've read the room correctly and they respond and reciprocate, then you did it. Congratulations. If you just like meet them and you're like, I like the way you smell, will you go out with me? Like, they don't really know you. They're probably gonna say no.
All right, Ross and Giwi, when is it time to ask them to be your significant other? I mean, I think if you've been dating and you want them to be, then you should say something. I
guess we could just say it, don't beat around the bush. If you've been intimate with them for quite a while and maybe that's the right time. If you're not really there yet, then you should just be asking them, hey, like, I would like to get a drink or some food sometime. Would you be down?
Oh yeah. You mean like take them on a date and then pop
Yeah, I'm just saying, because like, yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Ravioli Beef, he says, what if I'm dating your mom? I can see your chat history, and right above there, a few minutes before, it says, I have never dated anyone before. So kind of a self-own. Honestly.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, you know, look, if you were dating my mom, I would say that's great. She's very lonely.
It's true.
Someone please do it. Okay, moving on. I'm so sorry that happened to you. This is an interesting one. What is a good way to thank someone special in your life without them knowing it was you? I don't think you should do that. Honestly, like, why? I just think you should thank them. Unless you're like a bajillionaire, then I guess like, no, just don't surprise anyone with something crazy. Just say thank you.
Just send them a message and be like, hey, I really appreciate that thing you did.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, oh, that crepe. If you just thank someone for something, that's fine. And if you just do that.
Yeah, if you're honest and I think everyone likes to learn that they've made a positive impact on someone's life, as long as the person is gracious about it. Like, just say, thank you taught me so much, or you helped me so much. People love that. How do you know if someone is flirting with you versus them just being nice to you?
Okay, so there's a lot of body language that comes with flirting. For instance, they don't have their arms folded. They're like lightly touching you on the shoulder or the knee while you're like sitting down next to each other. They, I think one of them was like they touching their hair a lot is another body language sign. I won't overshare the story.
Okay.
But do you remember the first time you hung out at my apartment?
Yeah. You
kind of had to. Can I?
Yeah, sure, fine.
Story.
This is a very deliberate flirting story from yours truly to tell Ross that I was interested.
Okay, so if I have a woman over, I very much just like, I don't want to make any assumptions. And, you know, like if I read the room wrong, I can still read the room pretty well with women. But at the same time, I don't want to make any mistakes. I was being very slow and very just like careful with Giwi when she was over at my apartment. And and I believe the words were, "Are we gonna have sex or not?"
No, that is not what I said. That is not what I said.
Something like that.
I think that is not what I said.
Something along.
That
what
is
did you say
no.
What did you
Okay.
say then?
No, okay. I said, you interested in hooking up? And you were like,
that's what you said.
Yeah, I was like, would you be comfortable with hooking
I
up?
stopped and I said, "Oh,
Yeah, I'm not aggressive
sure.
like that. I said, would you be comfortable with hooking up? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, do you want to? And he goes, yeah. And I went for it. I don't want to make someone uncomfortable by making a move and misreading the situation, because that's so much worse. So sometimes you just have to be really straightforward about it. How do you tell if a girl likes you? That's when you're a girl, it's hard, because so many girls will be like, oh my God, you're my girlfriend, or I love you. Because, you know, sometimes people are just more affectionate like that. Honestly, as a person who cannot flirt well and cannot pick up on flirting, like many have expressed in chat, the only way you can survive when you don't know is to just be direct. And, you know, sometimes it's awkward, but you just have to be direct. When you get to a certain point, you just have to ask, unfortunately. Ooh, this is a serious one. I got a serious downer one. If you're getting close to someone but they are extremely far away, how do you start turning it into an in-person thing? Well, you just have to find a way to be there, if that's what you're interested in. It's never gonna not be that way unless you find a way to be there. And that's sometimes it is expensive, but if they're really important, then you guys should make an effort to meet and find a way to make it work. Do you have any advice towards how to deal with red flags in a relationship? Have hard standards, honestly. Have hard standards.
Yeah. How do I word this without sounding like an asshole? There are some red flags that can be excusable. Obviously, everyone is dealing with their own demons, but when people use their mental health issues to attack and abuse and use them as an excuse to do so, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. So I think that you kind of have to set that boundary and be like, this is a line that if you walk over, you have to take the responsibility for, and also make an effort to try and not make your mental health issue. Yeah, you can't attack other people over it.
I got one. What makes a better gift? Something sentimental or something expensive? Could be cheap necklace or small project that references an inside joke versus buying anything contributing to hobbies. I mean, I think it really depends on the person, unfortunately. Gifts are such an individual experience.
That is
I'm
so true.
really bad with gifts. Like, I end up making stuff all the time. Like, that's what I do.
No, that's so good. Well, you
That's
do
so
art.
cute. Yeah, if you make people art, that's amazing.
Making people art is incredibly personal, too. It's a labor of
I agree.
love. It's so nice. Okay, I got a question. Someone says, my boyfriend doesn't like it when I do an old man voice. What do I do?
Break up with them.
I completely agree. Break up with him in the old man voice.
Fellas, is it gay when your girlfriend is an old man?
No.
I agree. I think you should do the old man voice more. I think you have to. This is too late. I'm gonna answer this question too late, but I mean, it's still 9:46 on Valentine's Day, so there's still a chance. They ask, I'm getting flowers for my fiance for Valentine's Day. What kind of flowers should I get him?
Dead ones.
No!
What's their favorite color?
Ooh, yeah,
Are they
good question.
Okay, so if their favorite color is like yellow, it's like, well, duh, get them the yellow flower.
Yellow flower.
Also, Kardashians last longer than roses, so
Ooh.
Kardashians, like the show?
yeah, whatever the heck they're called, the Kardashians, Cardations or whatever.
Carnations.
I don't know what the name of them are.
I was gonna say, yeah, they've been around for a while, the Kardashians. How do you know if you actually love someone and you didn't just say yes to them because you thought if you didn't, you might hurt them?
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's tough. I feel like if you feel pity for someone that you're dating and that's your main emotion, that's not good. Okay, someone says, what are your takes on Valentine's Day? Is it important to you at all? What would you do if your partner had their birthday on that day? My husband's birthday is February 14th, and it makes balancing which to celebrate is hard. I mean, honestly, I think birthday is always more important than Valentine's Day, 100% of the time. Like, that's their day. And Valentine's Day is also, I mean, it's fun, but it's made up. Yeah. Always, I would prioritize the birthday for sure. If you're like, buy me roses on your birthday, that's kind of fucked up. Like, don't do that.